Good morning. Today we're going to talk about how to find the trig form of a complex number. So first, let's take a number in standard form. We're talking about z equals a plus bi. This is the standard form for a complex number. That should be an I there, not an arrow. And then here is the formula to find a number in trig form. We do r on the outside, it's called the modulus or the radius, and then we have cosine theta plus I sine theta. So now what we need to do is just change our variables from the a and the b into the r and the theta. So let's first start with how to find the radius with modulus. The formula for that is the square root of a squared plus b squared. This should look familiar. It's the Pythagorean theorem. You did it when you were doing the magnitude of a vector, and we use it all the time for all kinds of stuff. So here it is again for complex numbers. And then to find our theta, the angle created by our complex number, we are going to use this formula right here. So the arctangent of theta is equal to b over a. Now, one word of caution here. Remember that arctangent will only give you results in the first and fourth quadrants. So it's important to draw a little sketch of your complex number before you get started, because you might find that you're in the wrong quadrant after you use arctangent. So just be mindful of that as we move forward. Now let's take a look at an example. So let's say I start with the complex number 3 plus 3i, and I would like to write that in trig form. So the first thing I'm going to do is look for that modulus, the radius. It's the distance the complex number is away from the origin. And using the formula that I wrote earlier, I'm just using Pythagorean theorem. So I'm getting the square root of 3 squared plus 3 squared. That's the square root of 9 plus 9, or the square root of 18. So that's going to give me 3 root 2. That's the modulus, it's the radius, the distance for the complex number from the origin. Next step, we're going to do the arctangent of 3 over 3. Now remember, there's more than one angle whose arctangent is 1, right, because this reduces to 1. So let's go back over here and let's draw a quick sketch just to make sure that our result will give us the quadrant that we need. So our complex number is 3 units over on the real axis, 3 units up on the imaginary axis. So the number we're talking about is right there. Right there. So when we do our tangent, we just need to make sure that we have a first quadrant angle. So whose arctangent is 1 in the first quadrant? It's pi over 4. So now we're ready to write our answer. So let's scroll down here so we get a little more whiteboard to use. And my answer is going to be z equals my modulus, 3 root 2, and then the cosine of pi over 4 plus, here we go, I sine pi over 4. Pi's a little wonky. Now, mathematicians are brilliant people, but very lazy. So we actually have an abbreviation for this trig form so that we get off the hook a little bit with less writing. And here it is. We just write r cis, C-I-S, theta. That's our shortcut. R cis theta means the radius, the cosine, and then I sine, r cis theta. So in our shortcut method, we could write 3 root 2 cis pi over 4, and that would be our final answer. The shortcut form is perfectly acceptable. So my final answer is 3 root 2 this pi over 4, and I've changed my complex number from standard form to trig form.